For anybody watching at home, it looks like b5 here. What could be possibly more natural than pushing a pawn and attacking the bishop? And it's just about the worst move on the board.
Because it dries up the queen side. And, you know, the old computers like Fritz, they would always give b5. That's why the King's Indian, I think according to Kasparov, is the best opening against computers because they have the horizon effect. They don't realize that a space advantage doesn't win you a game in and of itself.
Yes, well, the modern engines would play b5 and still beat you somehow. But
Stockfish 176 just came out, so.
Yes, and f5 on the board. We have talked about this move. We talked about it being better in bullet. And
you take twice and go bishop d3?
You can. He's blundered it. Take twice, bishop d3, and Alireza Firouzja just simply on a bit of a tilt at the moment.
Knight takes f5. You can go bishop h3 right away, and f5 is attacked 100 different directions. Can't play f4.
Danya, I think Alireza's got to change the opening with black against d4.
And it worked so well initially. It worked well against Hikaru. Magnus has figured out the King's Indian in the course of an SCC match.
Well, he's specifically, I guess, figured out the Alireza approach, right? Which is like b6, a5, a lot of different sidelines.
What do you do here? Bishop b2 even is a very Magnus-type move.
Yeah, knight e4 is just clean. Bishop e6 in between move, and then, but there's rook f7 stuff, so you can't really mess around.
But at bishop e6, knight g6 is checkmate if the queen moves away.
Yeah, this is just we need to see something else from him. He's got to go knight f6, e6. He got to play maybe a queen's gambit accepted, just something else against d4.
Can he generate any chances here? I would go knight g5. Better late than never. I mean, he needs to complete that maneuver one day.
But rook takes e4 even at a certain moment, sacrificing the rook with knight g6 is like nearly checkmate. So, and by the way, at a certain point, b5 will be a good move because you have no more counterplay on the queen side for the opponent. And
you might benefit from a trade of light squared bishops. And knight g5, Levy, doesn't even create a threat because h3 is protected and f3 is protected by the two minor pieces. So you could just proceed as you planned with bishop to b2 or even bishop takes g5. Again, the time situation, Magnus has only spent 30 seconds. And here's another pawn that's going to fall.
Every time Alireza goes for a think in a losing position, I've run out of ways to describe how good the position is for the opponent. Like, it really seems that these King's Indians have left him in just disarray. He's not giving himself the best opportunities to fight back with black.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe Magnus will play e4 again and try to preempt, you know, play that psychological game. But the way the King's Indians are going, I would at least find out what Alireza will do instead. If I'm Magnus, he wins another game. He's got to do something different because Magnus is up by 4.
Yeah, we king f1.
I love this move. Using the king proactively to stop queen e1 check. Both sides have to be careful here.
Absolutely. All right, under 10 seconds, right where we want him. Both kings exposed.
Here we go. Queen takes c7 was possible. There's a mate possibility on d1 potentially.
5 seconds for Magnus. You got to probably take that knight, right? That's what we do here. But queen b1, queen b2, check.
Magnus is going to escape and zigzag his way out of these checks. There is no perpetual here. That king...
And he's losing.
Queen b1.
Queen b1, queen b1. But also the queen endgame, Danya's losing.
And Magnus, he just tries to create a passed pawn on the queen side. Alireza is losing control of this game.
Yes, b4 is incoming.
b4, black's pawn is faster.
And the king is going to run too. King b5 ideas.
But c3, there might be d5 check. So Magnus starts with a check.
That was the wrong move, but
Another check.
But that was the wrong move.
Another check, and now he makes the passer.
But they're all making bad moves, apparently, and now he hung the pawn on d4.
And the king is going to zigzag its way out of the checks again.
Oh my.
Black's pawn might be one step faster.
Alireza,
c2.
2 seconds. Yeah, he's queening. He's
c1,
queening.
and he's going to skewer white's queen.
Oh my goodness. We have a check, though. Oh, we got 4 queens on the board. What is going on?
And he's got a zig and zag, and queen g5. Queen takes g5, and you skewer the other queen.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Queen e1 move.
Yeah, by the way, there it is.
Alireza says, let me take f4.
f4, and he's got 2 passed pawns on f and h.
Queen d2 there would have skewered the rook, and Firouzja so close to losing the thread of the game again.
Queen g7, though, played.
Great move.
Yeah, and now we can, by the way, maybe you could even take and play for the h-file.
Oh, but he allows white's rook to infiltrate. Rook d8.
Oh, that's so dangerous.
Queen takes e5. Maybe Firouzja holds on. Bishop takes e6 also has to be calculated. No, it's bad.
And apparently this is losing. Queen b6 was not the move.
But a5, a6 is coming, and a7 is going to be made. a6 anyway.
a6, yeah, takes
a6 or this.
And yeah, bishop
it's
b6.
over again.
And Alireza losing a 3rd game in this segment.
I have nothing to say.
The king is off a dark square.
And then rook f2 at the right moment. Maybe in response to rook f8, he centralizes his rook, does Alireza, allowing a check on a1.
Yes, but it's nice because then there's no queen d4. Okay, let's not get mated.
I don't think he's going to allow either of these. Checks! Queen f1, rook f2! Queen f1, rook f2!
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I am saying the unsayable.
And
he's doing the undoable.
yeah, and and Magnus shrugs, and I think he has a feeling, we're going to a short break.
And Magnus doesn't want that break. He wants to keep going. He's like, my engine is on and it's going to stay on. But I think we all need a little breather. And Alireza maybe most of all, Levy.